A 9 to 5 job is not for everybody, but some people can actually handle it. Just like a couple days ago, there was this lady that came in, and I just did like the normal, like, hey, how you doing? How's it been? And then I was just like, oh, anything exciting happened today? And she's like, yeah, I went for a job interview. And I'm like, oh, where? And it's like somewhere like 40 minutes away. And she's like, oh man, I'm really gonna enjoy this. It's like and she's like told me like the hours is probably like 9 to 3 or something like that. Still though. And she's just like, oh, it's right by the lake. I can look out there. I'll be looking out there more than I'm doing the job. And I just thought that was the coolest thing to hear, that somebody really wanted to do a 9 to 5 job. I feel like I've really just thought for a long time that 9 to 5 jobs are something that nobody wants to do, which is partially true because she's even like, I'm going to do that more than the job. But I realized that she was actually literally excited. Like she was like kind of like hopping up and down. And I was like, hey, if that's what you want to do, because I was also working at like an ice cream place, and I think that it was really cool to see that. Now I'm just gonna tell you that I think that a 9 to 5 job is easier to get for the time being, but having a business that's sustainable is the hardest thing. But once you do it, I feel like it's easier, and that's what people are going for. They want something that's gonna be easier over time, and I don't think that they realize that it's still a lot of work to get there. I don't really believe in passive income. I do believe in active income. Active income is where you're constantly working for it, but passive income is like you stop and it just comes in for you. But honestly, after a while, it's not gonna be enough money because it'll start to kind of slow down if it's like a business and you're not really working at it. Unless I guess if you could hire people. So that would be one reason. But if you're just trying to do it all by yourself and not spend any extra money on other people, then I wouldn't try to do an active business of trying to just not have to do any work after these couple years. But I mean, that is completely up to you. You can try. I think the best experience, I think the best knowledge comes with experience. That's what I'm telling you. I think the best knowledge comes with experience. And if you keep on grinding and you have the opportunity to do that, I want you to tell me what happens. Yeah, I guess I don't have any experience with that yet. I just forget to flip the camera around so it looks more like this when I film it. My honest goal is not to have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, because right now I think it's around 9:40, I think, and I'm out here in a field. I mean, I guess if you think that's cool. And I think that you can do a lot that you want, but I'm also 16 right now and I'm homeschooled. So it's not like as freeing as being an adult and having to work like most of the other adults. But I think you understand what I mean by that. Really, the main point of this, though, is that I want you to not just listen to what everybody else says. Like, you can listen to what I say all day and just follow along, but that might not be what's best for you. Some of the things that, like, self-improvement people say, I don't completely agree with. And that's what I'm getting at. Just stop being, like, this little, like, what are those called? Like, I can't even think what they're called. This is people that follow behind other people's footsteps. Just because, I don't know, I'm going to give, like, a famous YouTuber, maybe, like, Hamza or somebody else, doesn't like doing something, like working a job, doesn't mean that you're not gonna like a job. I mean, maybe you haven't had the experience that he has, but I think that if you just really try to focus on something that you love doing for the rest of your life, I think you won't regret it. And that's what I'm gonna leave you on. Watch the video on the screen. My arm hurts after doing all this.